Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Dragon Ball Z Bio Broly. Now, as you know, Dragon Ball Z Broly is the third and final film in the Broly trilogy, as well as being the 11th film in the Dragon Ball Z film series. Now, the premise of the film is meant to take place at Mr. Satan's mansion, where 18 is meant to basically go mafia on him about the money that she's owned. And of course, after being met by a shady guy known as Men, is asked by Mr. Satan by Lord Juggler to come to his kind of special tournament. And of course, this causes 18, Goten, Trunks, and Mr. Satan to go to Mr. Jaguar's island, as well as his tournament, which he has his Bio Warriors, which I would say does take another inspiration to mostly the Android saga again. And what's actually interesting is that Lord Jaguar has his ultimate weapon, Bio Broly, that is meant to have the cells and kind of DNA from Broly that was later given to him by Majula. And what's interesting, this does make Majula one of the few Dragon Ball Z movie characters to show up in another film. And this one, he's just kind of quickly disposed of. So throughout the film, it comes off as basically feeling like a standard Dragon Ball Z episode, because you basically have Goten and Trunks being kind of less comedy relief and more serious this time. You also have Krillin sort of thrown in to kind of help out. And yeah, you have Mr. Satan basically trying to prove he's the best. And what's actually interesting is that this film is meant to take place after the conclusion of the 25th martial arts tournament, but I do recommend watching Dragon Ball Z University's videos, as they do cover this. So I think the problem is they do make Bio Broly just another excuse to have Broly in, but except as a more bio sort of engineered one. And Goku doesn't really do anything and only seems to show up at the end. And I kind of feel Lord Jaguar is just a poor man's version of Commander Red from the original Dragon Ball. So personally, I do feel if I was to personally make Bio Broly, I would have had Nain as Bulma's old college friend, who would have created Bio Warriors to kind of combat the Majin Buu problem, as well as working with the government, and of course would cause the kind of DNA in them to kind of go crazy, leaving Gohan, Trunks, Goten, and the others to go against these new warriors. Would have been a better idea, and I do feel the plot feels like I'm listening to the song Nothing Can Stop the Smooth, which, yeah, does sort of happen. And I feel like they just sort of throw in Broly's weakness just for the sake of plot, convenience, and just an excuse to quickly end the film. And, yeah. So, in my opinion, this film is kind of alright. I think it bioed itself a bit better, but I think it just wastes its potential. So I think it deserves a thumbs in the middle. Not great, not good, and not alright. So I would say the Broly trilogy is a big wasted potential, because the first film was alright, Second Coming was awful, but Bio Broly was a bit better. So I think it deserves the trilogy a thumbs in the middle. It's alright, but I think they just wasted a lot of potential. And at some point I may cover Super Broly and share my thoughts on it. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.